I already have my eyebrows done. I'm not sure why I didn't buy the eyebrow pencil that they had, but no comments on that. I was looking at it too, but I'm like, oh, I don't need it. But then it kind of defeats the whole purpose of full face of Burt's Bees. So it's not going to be 100% pure, full face, because I don't have the eyebrow pencil or the bronzer. And I don't believe that they have concealer. If they did, I would have bought it, but I don't think they do. So I'm gonna continue with the eyes. So eyebrows are all set and done. And for the shadow, they have these little cute honeycomb shaped trios. So the one that I got is called Blooming Desert, is the 1510. And I like the quality. I like how lightweight they are, so it's really easy to travel if you had to. And those are the three colors that this trio came in. So you have that light white, the pretty copper gold, which they are honestly a little bit powdery. And then you have the brown, which is good as a deepening color, even transition. I used it for both. So hopefully my swatches are decent looking, but those are the color. And as you can see right here on the copper one, it is a little powdery, so I'm not gonna lie. I have been using everything for quite some time, so I do already have an opinion on it. But I'm just gonna do my makeup and talk about the product. So the first thing that I'm going to do is actually put a concealer on my eyelid to conceal all the veins that I have going on and so on. And for that, I'm using the NYX HD Studio Concealer. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that on my eyelid. And I am going to blend it out with my ring finger. The concealer, I'm using the Burt's Bees Mattifying Powder Foundation in Bamboo. So for my transition shade, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder in the shade Classic 10. And then I'm just going to put in my crease. I think I want to do a cat crease, like a very soft, everyday cat crease. So I'm going to put a concealer on my eyelid, and that's the NYX Full Coverage Concealer in the color Porcelain. And now to fill that in, I'm going to go with that copper color from Burt's Bees, the middle shade right here. Again, as you see, it's really powdery and chalky, so there's a lot of excess that you need to top off before actually applying. So I just scratched the whole idea of the cat crease. However, I remember that it's supposed to be a review as well, and the copper sucks. So what I've been struggling with for the past 5 minutes is the actual pigmentation of it and application of it. So what I did, I sprayed some setting spray on my brush and picked it up, and as you can see, this is the result of it. It's still extremely patchy, and it is hard to blend. It's not easy to put on your lids, and I have tried with a brush, a finger, a wet brush, and nothing really makes this look good. So that's where I am with this right now, but I will leave it for the sake of the video. What I also don't like is the amount of fallout. I had a lot of fallout. I still have a little bit. So now I have coppery under eye. I don't know if you can see. Oh great, I just smudged it. The next color that I'm going to go in is the darkest one to kind of deepen up the outer part of my eye. This one isn't as powdery, but it feels like all the pigment, it kind of will fall out of the brush. I don't know, so we'll see. And I'm just gonna put this in the corner of my eye. And again, there's like nothing there. I'm not sure if you can see, but to me it looks like I didn't deepen the crease, like I just removed the copper and added a little bit dark, but there's not much difference at all. So right now this is a huge fail, and the patchiness, is just bad. So I'm gonna continue because that's what I wanted to do. I'm going to take the lightest shade right here and kind of highlight my brow bone just a little bit and see how that goes. Now all of them have some shimmer, even the white one doesn't look like it really has shimmer. It does. So it would be pretty if it would work. Okay, so this isn't as tragic as the other two, but it's not perfect. I really wanted to like these products. I have been making excuses as to why are they good, but I can't. So I'm just gonna go clean up my face from the copper, and then we can move on to the face before I actually finish the eyes. So now moving on to the foundation, I'll be using the Burt's Bees Goodness Glow Liquid Makeup. So you can see I have been using it, so it's not bullshit. And I have the color Natural Beige, which I believe is a little bit too light for me, but that's okay. The first thing that threw me off about this foundation is that it glows, and I always go for matte. But for the sake of the video and being doing an honest review, I just disregarded that and I acted like I did like to be glowy. So the first thing that I can tell you that I already hate is the fact that this foundation you cannot use with a beauty blender or a beauty sponge or anything like that. It just doesn't work. It becomes patchy. The beauty blender or whatever you're using will pick it up from your face and put it into another spot on your face, so you cannot have an even coverage. So the only thing that you're left with to do is use a brush. So today I think I'm going to use the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to apply it. The coverage that it has, it's like a medium to full. You can build it up if you wanted to. It smells like every skincare, anything like that from Burt's Bees, that to me it smells kind of like oats, like it has oats in it. And again, that foundation smells that exact way. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but the foundation does oxidize quite a lot. It was way too light for me, and I would kind of like matched it up. Normally what I do when I use a brush, I like to go back with a beauty sponge and kind of like pounce it in to get rid of any streaks that are left over from the brush, but you cannot do it with this foundation, which sucks. So my skin currently does not look good. I don't know if you'll be able to tell or not. So I'm going to conceal my under eye with, if I can find it, with the NYX HD concealer that apparently left the building and it's forever to be gone. So I'm gonna find it and I'll be right back, and that's what I'm gonna use for under my eyes. So just a little bit on under my eyes, and I'm going to use the beauty sponge like I would every day to blend it out. So I don't even know if that's gonna work because it's not gonna mix in with the foundation properly, so we'll see. And to set my under eye only, I'm using the RCMA powder in No Color Translucent, or whatever, the original, and just a little bit, because a little goes a long way. And I'm just gonna put that right under my eye where I did the concealer. I've just set my entire face, and for that I'll be using again the Burt's Bees Mattifying Powder Foundation in the color Bamboo with a large powder brush. And okay, real quick thoughts on this foundation. I have been using it for a few weeks already. I wouldn't call it a foundation. It's very light coverage. I feel like it doesn't really do much. I always am trying to go for that mattifying look, so I was pounding and pounding it on the first time I used it. And obviously the glow didn't go away because the foundation is glowy. So it's not a terrible product. It's a really light coverage, so if this is what you're into, then you will actually like it. That powder foundation is very decent to the point where it helped out make the liquid foundation look a little bit better and the streak disappeared. But now I look very cakey. Closed up. Very big closed up. I don't know if you can see. Normally my skin doesn't look that way. So I just finished bronzing my face with another product that I'm currently reviewing and I'm loving it. So I don't want to tell you what it is yet, but stay tuned. Ooh. But stay tuned. I know and that video will be the one that will be filming coming up soon. So now going to the blush. I am using the Burt's Bees blush in Bare Peach. What I like about the products and the foundation had the same thing, it's just I've been using it so much it's gone. It has that little honeycomb pattern on everything. And the blush is extremely pretty. It's an everyday blush. It has a little bit of sheen to it. It's not like an extremely high shine, glittery blush. Actually, from just looking at it, looks like it's matte, but it does have a little bit of sheen and it's really, really, really pretty on your skin. I'm just gonna apply that on the apples. It just makes your skin look better. With this foundation, it's hard to have anything make your skin look better, but when you use a foundation that does look nice, the blush really complements everything. And it kind of blends in with everything, creating natural, like, rosy, peachy cheeks. For my highlight, I'm using the Wet n Wild highlighting powder in Precious Petals. It's really, really, really pretty. My skin looks horrendous right now. I would not got like that when I was testing it. I was testing it during the hurricane. I didn't have power, so people kind of expected me to look like shit and decided I didn't care. But yeah, as soon as I'm done filming, I'm taking everything off. On camera, it might not look that bad, but yeah, it's not my top choice. My skin isn't that bad. Now to finish my eyes, I'm going back to the Infallible powder with a smudger brush, and I'm going to just run that quickly along my bottom lash line. Now to highlight the inner corner, I'm gonna go back to the white shade from the Burt's Bees trio and just put a little bit on right in the tear dot. Mascara, I'm using the Burt's Bees Nourishing Mascara in the color Black. It has a little plastic wand. And I am just going to apply that on my top lashes. This is a very everyday mascara. It will not make your lashes extremely long, extremely thick, which I don't like. So I actually do like this mascara. I'm using the L'Oreal Timeless Coral to line my lips. I want to say that they had lip liners, but I didn't grab any, or they didn't. Now again, I was buying this makeup prior to a hurricane coming to Florida, so I kind of just grabbed whatever I could without thinking. And for my lipstick, I'm using the Burt's Bees lipstick in the shade 500 Nile Nude. These lipstick have been my favorite since before I even knew that Burt's Bees had any other cosmetics besides skincare and lipsticks, and I've been using them for probably a year at this point. I love the creaminess. I think that they are the best drugstore lipsticks ever. So I would highly recommend them. So quick recap of the entire line. The foundation is, in my opinion, a fail. I do have extremely oily skin, so the whole glow thing wouldn't work for me either way. but it's not even about that. It's about the fact that you cannot apply it with a beauty sponge. You need to use a brush, and that's not my favorite way of applying any products. Also, it brings out the texture in your face extremely. It looks like I have bumps all over my face, and when I don't have makeup, it doesn't look that way. So it made my skin look worse with the foundation on than if I didn't have anything on. Separated throughout the day extremely, especially like in this area, my nose and my chin. I didn't like it. Now the powder foundation, I would not call it a powder foundation. In my opinion, that's not even close to what a powder foundation should be. However, as an actual setting powder, it's pretty good, and I am going to continue reusing it. What else? The eyeshadows. The eyeshadows is just no comment. If you are looking for a light layer of shadow, just like a quick thing that for somebody maybe that doesn't know how to blend, and the less pigmentation the better, the type of deal, then that is for you. I created a few looks with it throughout the week when I was testing it a lot, and it didn't take me a long time. It looked decent because of the low pigmentation, so it literally took me like 30 seconds to do my whole eyes. It just went like quickly like that, but they don't have a high pigmentation, so if that's something that you're looking for, this is not for you. The blush I absolutely love. I love how it has that natural shine to it. It's not glittery whatsoever, but when you put it on your cheek, it brings them out in a really, really pretty natural way. Like this is just the healthy glow from within your skin. The mascara, if you don't have long lashes and you're looking for something that will make them longer and thicker, this is not for you. But it does coat them really nicely. I will be reusing it. It's not my favorite mascara. I have others that I do like more. So if you're going for the more natural look, you will enjoy it a lot. The last product is lipstick, which are my favorite. I love them. Like I said previously, I have been using them before I actually knew that anything else existed from Burt's Bees, and I would recommend it. If you could only try one thing from the entire line, please be the lipsticks, because they are amazing. They're really buttery and creamy and pretty, and they sit on your lips for a long time, and they make your lips just look very, very pretty. Just kidding. But yeah, they are really nice, and that's my favorite product from the line. The second one is definitely the blush. So yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got new info. I didn't even know that they made cosmetics before, prior to like 2 weeks ago. I didn't know that. So I'm happy that I found it. I'm happy that I got to test it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.